Okay, so today I'm going to be doing another episode of League of Legends, and surprisingly, I've enjoyed this a lot more than I would have thought, despite all the memery that you might have, or despite the whole toxicity of the game, the hyper metagaming, all this kind of stuff. You can still have fun at a low level, assuming that I'm even playing against players. So we played as Brand last time after we lost our streak with Caitlyn, and of course, whenever I lose a game, I can't play as that hero anymore. So we had a couple good games with Caitlyn, and then we basically died, so we can't play as her anymore. Right, so this is going to be this price that we pay. So we had a good game with Brand. I went into that one kind of overconfident, and it wasn't entirely my fault. Like, our team did pretty bad overall. 1-6-0, 0-1, 2-7, 2-6, 1-8. Like, nobody was good. Right, but I still wasn't doing very good myself, and then I can't wait till I get the Exhaust Ignite combo, and what better hero to use it on than Brand himself. So let's try to, it's very on brand for me to play as a magic user, as a whatever, as a, how do you change this even? I think you have to be level 9 though, so I still have to wait. So the point is, I have one defensive one, and I have one, I don't want smite though, fuck that. Oh, we finally get flash though. That's the ability that kind of ruined the game in a way, I would say. There was a time where you didn't have it, so you could just, commit. If you're going to kill somebody, you kill somebody. Then it became kind of a farce because everybody always, anytime you're about to die, you can just flash away. Like, it's kind of stupid. So we started off a little rough in that game, like where you can kind of get needled, but then you kind of take over. And I like all the damage over time, because what it does is it lets you, like, oftentimes I'll get somebody low and then I never finish them off. But now you can, because... and Ignite is really the icing on the cake, but I can't use it yet, so I'll sacrifice Flash for Ignite, even though it's probably stupid to do that. It'd be funny to see what people say in chat too, just in general, but I kind of don't want to. I don't know. If I'm having a good game, I'll turn it on, but it's like, it's just funny, but it's also stupid. Like, I don't want to have that kind of experience. I don't know. I just hate something about multiplayer games, not from a perspective of, oh, competitiveness. Like, I don't mind that. I don't mind getting my ass beat by somebody who's better or stuff like that. I just mind, like, the whole metagaming ego that it brings into it, because it takes the fun out of it, right? Where, like, if you're playing this is the perfect way to say it. If you're playing a single player game, right? Like, let's say you're playing Ocarina of Time for the first time, or whatever, some Dark Souls or Ocarina of Time, some great game, right? With a lot of mysteries and cryptic stuff potentially to find. You would take it as an honor code to, like, okay, I'm just going to try to find everything myself and figure out everything myself. It would be a stigma to look stuff up or to ask for help or to have your friend or relative help you, right? But like a blind first playthrough is a normal, honorable thing to do. Try to figure it out, knowing it's half the battle. That's part of the fun. Everything would be way too easy if you just came down to the base mechanics and didn't do that. And didn't, like... This is not the way I would have expected to do this. Like, I sort of just did it on a whim, but it's actually, I'm enjoying it. And I don't know, I guess it's one of those things you're building up, like, oh no, I got to do it when I'm really ready and really in the mood, but you don't, because you're playing at a low level. It's not like you have to be perfect, but I really was struggling to hit with the Q. Now I have to change my thing from display capture to the window capture, which it was still kind of not the cleanest capture, so maybe, oh, my computer can't handle this, even though it can handle way newer, way better things. But it's unbelievable that such a popular game to specifically make content about recording / streaming would be this difficult to do with OBS. You can blame OBS, but OBS doesn't have this issue with most games, but except for some of the most popular ones. I like seeing these default skins too, for what it's worth. Unkillable Demon, the Virtuoso, and you know how confusing the skins can be too. Like, you barely know who these characters are necessarily if you're playing the game for the first time. So now you have to deal with the fact that they look completely different. Although I guess you wouldn't know what they look like anyway, but like from game to game. Oh, I'm used to her looking one way, let's say, because I've only seen her once or something, and now she looks completely different. So it might throw you off a little bit that way. But wow, is Flash an overpowered ability or that has too much impact on the game? I wonder, when 100% of the players fucking have it at every rating, right? Probably, like, maybe it's a bit of a you know, that's one of those meta stupid mechanics. It wasn't in the game originally, and then they added it, and then everybody uses it all the time. Whenever that's like in a card game, right? How do you know a card is OP and needs to be nerfed or just removed? Is, oh, if everybody's using it, then obviously that means it's broken, or a certain deck. So like, it should be nerfed. It should have a longer cooldown. It should have a shorter range. It should have some limit. It should, you know, I don't know. It's too good. That means that's so stupid. And I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use Exhausting Night, the ultimate combo that I would always use to get kills on Kale, which no longer would make a whole lot of sense because Kale no longer works like that. But no, the Q is a little bit hard to hit with. In fact, if you gauge my accuracy, it would probably be pretty fucking low. Because it pretty much guarantees that... how would you know enemies are missing if you're fucking not even there yet? It guarantees you that you're going to be in a position to... it guarantees that you're in a position to basically... whatever, try to get a kill early with the Exhausting Night. But no, you can guarantee that you're going to get away. I'm about to die, and I just flash. And, like, there's so many times where that would help me. In fact, that's exactly what I've been saying. In fact, that's what I was saying kind of in Valorant even, too. Like, oh, I wish I had an ability like that to get away when I'm, you know... Was it Valorant, or was it... maybe Dota 2, actually. Like, oh, I wish I had Flash. And it's like, Jhin flashed, but why the fuck did he anyway? But no, this can be fun, but there's a lot of power creep bloat of some of the newer champions too that can kind of throw you off. Like, you know, I don't think this is too new of a character because I remember playing as this a long time ago. Old Americana. So yeah, as long as you don't die a lot early, it's not like you have to go for kills or do anything crazy. Or you can kind of do a sneak kill here. Like, let them come in and then I'll fucking, you know, clown them. And so... okay, he's over there. I don't know if he even saw me. But, like, you wait till he... and you'll still get experience. Or, like, will he really detect me here? Like, if he gets a little bit low or if he gets a little bit far in there. Like, I'm letting him have it. Let him push. Let him push. Look how he moves like he's a bot. Like... I'll let him get through. I'll let him get through. Yeah, I could flash away from danger, but I don't even have to. So that was totally unnecessary and superfluous, but I was trying to get him with that. We got the Q. I kind of try to predict where I think they're going to go. Right. That, sometimes you get needled a little bit too hard, although I don't think Malphite is the kind of character to do that so much, but I keep getting hit by that. That was surprising because he came right through. I'm a little confused by that. Like, really, what can I do about that? Even I should have flashed, but I'm like on the tower, so I don't really get how you can do that. You know, I'll try to sneak up from behind and get revenge, which actually could probably work. Or he'll try to do that. Because, yeah, he's pushing the tower hard, so I'm gonna come. Look at him, look at him. I'm surprised he even let me get away with that, but... or I should have gotten the E, actually. So the E doesn't do damage to the one you do it to. I think it's more... so at least I got my revenge there. He let himself get super low, which means he could be a bot. I don't really understand. I hate that feeling that, oh, you could be playing against bots in a game whenever you're doing well or you do something good, right? Even though I just got killed by it, but... you know, I shouldn't even do this because somebody's going to come and get me. Which you have... get the E, do that. I try to always race to get to level 6, and then you can start, especially with this guy, you can get free kills every time you get your ult up. Just try to go for a kill, like, just do it. So Now Malphite's gonna try to sneak up on me, but good thing I have Flash, even though, or I thought I used Exhaust on him, but I didn't even have to. That was totally unnecessary. I kind of just ignore what everybody else is doing, but I should get to at least level. It's very hard for me to avoid that sometimes. Or that second hit that it does is so annoying. Where is he going? Where is bro going? Sometimes they can get you in situations like that, but this dude probably is a bot. Honestly. You gotta play a little defensively here, which I don't do very well at doing. I sort of expose myself a bit too much, or I just kind of let it happen. The W is only my favorite because it's easier to hit with. And I hate this last hit sort of cheese that we get into. The minions can obviously block for you that way. They can block the fact of the... they can block the fact of the Q. Right, they can just absorb it, and you see that's an annoying item or ability, whatever it is, that where it does that little extra damage after you get hit. Okay. I wanted to get to level 6, but if I stick around, I'll die. So I don't have anything. This is where you kind of exhaust them on the tower, and just. Oh, he almost got me there too. This guy doesn't give a shit. But no, that's like the level 6. You know, he helped me get level 6 just by doing that. So now I can start getting kills just cheaply here and there. Brand's the kind of character who's going to do that. Or you can kind of rack up assists too. I mean, either way, you're always going to have an impact because... I want to come behind him. And the reason why I want to come behind him, not the first time I've said that, is because I don't know exactly that this guy's not really doing a whole lot. Like, he could have gotten a kill a couple times, or I should try to come in here and get somebody. Unfortunately, he's gone, so... Or he's letting me push now because... You should almost signal the enemies are missing, but I don't give a shit. Just figure it out for yourself. So I could go and I could get a little thing here. And the reason why I could get it is because I could do the R if he even somehow loses this fight. Whoa. I did the alt anyway too, of which he's still potentially going to take a bit, but I didn't realize how much we'd have attracting us there. You know, was that the right decision then to try to help him, or I should have just let him die, or what? This Malphite's kind of annoying because... Wait, 3 to 6, and I have 2 of the deaths. I have 1 of the kills. Not a great start. I mean, even with the flash that I keep making fun, like, oh, it makes it so easy to get away. It makes a joke out of it. But that encouraged them to do some farcical shit too, like, oh, they're gonna try to make it harder to do that. Like, they're gonna make more it's impossible to avoid that. Like, the angle it goes at is so weird. You have to always be moving anyway, like. I don't know. Just his ability to hit me on the tower like that and potentially kill you on the tower is always a big thing that you can do. I kind of want to roam a little bit, but it won't let me do it because it's just not worth it. I don't know. I don't get that. Now he comes around all cheeky like... He could easily kill me, like, I don't care. That's unbelievable. Like, I don't know. So he used flash to try to get me, and of course I didn't have flash, but this is where you gotta have like the whole potion shit going on, right? You should have extra potions in reserve, or I don't have a boot that I should probably have. Yeah, again, even if you don't play well, you don't have to play as badly as what I'm doing, where I have 3 deaths, which is the most of our team for sure. So, and we're losing the lane. Like, I love these moments where this happens too, where you're not even trying to do anything. Like, I'm not trying to go for kills. I'm just kind of trying to kill some minions, and it's like, I could do the same as Flash and try to get him, but I don't know. That fucking ability is cancer, whatever that thing is. The like we do a 1-for-1 hit there, but that one on me is just much worse. At least I have flash up now finally, but turret plating has fallen, and I could maybe try to help out in the middle a bit. See, like, that is actually pretty perfect that you could get the ultimate here. If he pushes up or if anything happens, where do they go? I mean, with the ult, you almost should have it there. If only I had ignite. Or I guess he just doesn't give a shit. I guess I'm overestimating that thing a bit. I'm overestimating the ult. Given this, so I fed pretty hard here. I'm actually 1-4. So again, even if I say, oh, my whole team isn't that good, or, you know, they're not doing anything special, I'm certainly not helping. That's always what I say too, but somehow it's like I'm not really trying to do anything. I guess there I sort of was trying to go for a kill, but whenever they get so low like that, it feels like a shame not to. Sometimes you just got to give up on a lane too. Like, just let them have this tower, and then I don't like this thing with the stupid ass. There's like a minion, some Cthulhu type shit, right, that spawns there. I don't really like that. It used to be a clear open area like for the jungle, and then I don't know how to avoid that. Like, I physically cannot do it. It's such a wide hitbox. You just can't do anything. I can't do it. I can't. Like, I know, oh, move left or right, but it's not. You're not moving fast enough, so fuck it. So he got pretty low there. And I'd be willing to use my ultimate on him as well, but it's not going to happen. I mean, he's not going to let me do it. Or he's just so tanky. Like, nobody ever dies from this shit. Now, I'll die from that before he dies from my ult. Right, like, he's not gonna die. He's just not gonna die. He'll get really low, but he's not gonna die. Or he's engaging in bot behavior that he's gonna try to bait me, but at least if he hits me here, I'll get the turret hit on him. Oh, he's being sort of careful, but he's also being sort of bot-like in a way that I just can't even deal with this. Like, come on, he's so low, bro. He's so low, but I don't have any confidence that I can actually do anything here. Like, I'm going totally on the other side of the shit. Just useless, man. I mean, come on. That was a good call, though, because the turret was about to go. I love that feeling, too. Like, dying on a turret, that's how you know, like, oh, wow. You know, just don't try to go for kills even. Like, I'm not doing anything. Whenever I have a good game, then I have a terrible game after. Like, I am overconfident, but I swear, most of these I'm not trying to do a whole lot, but I'm getting farmed. So 7-14, we're getting doubled up again. I don't know. I can't, you know, give up on the top. I'll just give up and I'll try to sneak up on this guy and get him with. This is a perfect situation for the ult. He's not going to expect it, and I'll get him kind of like this. So Or that I'm making it too obvious, though. I mean, that guy's farming me the whole way. Every fucking place I go. I went down to just get away from him, and so I guess Brand is done too. I was hoping to get a good streak with him. I mean, I can't do anything. Like, I should just stop even trying to do anything, but just if you get off to a bad start, it can be very hard to recover, even though the swift play is meant to somehow prevent that, but I don't really understand it. Or I don't know, like the turrets start blowing themselves up over time, like it turns into sudden death. I don't know exactly why, but so I'm a level 11, so that part doesn't seem too bad, but there's nothing I can really say because I'm playing badly. Obviously, it is my fault. And that Malphite is... maybe it's just a tough matchup, like a hard counter type of situation where... I mean, clearly... that score actually isn't that bad. See, if I just hadn't died... because dying just isn't productive, which might sound obviously pretty self-explanatory, but... you know, you could just do nothing. You could just AFK out and you might be in a better spot than by dying. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't even do anything and I get fucked like that. That is really my pet peeve. I'm not doing... dude, I step out for like 1 second and I just get destroyed like that. Like, maybe I should build more tank type builds because I don't know. Blasting Wand, I definitely remember that from... okay, this guy's destroying. Again, I fed him pretty well, so I can't really complain about the outcome, but they're sort of doing a comeback though, even without me, because you get to you know, if I just don't keep feeding, which is now almost too late to even do that because you have but no, like I literally step out for a second and I'm just done. Like, I can't even do anything. So they're doing fine without me. Or it feels like if you kill the Baron, you just win. Or that happened in the one game, so I don't understand, but whatever the win condition is what it is. So this guy's killing Malphite, which is pretty impressive because I couldn't have... he's been like just farming me the whole game. Right, even as soon as I left, I still went for him. Or he still chased me and killed me in the middle here. So I might be able to get this one while we wait. And the reason why we can wait is because... come on, come on, come on. We're starting to make a bit of a comeback. See, that's a productive thing to do, even though I'm getting destroyed by everybody. I at least did something good there because... I don't know how Baron exactly works. Like, is he just too strong to even be killed right now? Or, like, if we just go for it, we could win on the spot. But no, this is similar to, like, what I would get on Kale with ability power type build, or maybe not. But no, we're going to have some massive team fight here, which, if you look at their team, they're not that impressive either. There's, like, 1 or 2 people who are good. Mainly Malphite, probably, because I've been feeding so hard. So if we come to here, we would have the ability to get this here. Get my revenge on Malphite, possibly, because you get some of this cheap kind of extra damage here and there. I mean... that was a team fight for the ages, so at least finish off the Amumu, who I should still get a... I should still have gotten an assist if they did die, but... he's got like some nasty lifesteal shit going on. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can say. I don't know. Whenever you have a good game, maybe it punishes you like by putting you in a tougher kind of match. Like, oh, I did well with Caitlyn in a couple games, so now it faces me against tougher players and I get destroyed. And then I have a good game with Brand, and then it faces me against tougher players. That could be what it is, or it could just be incidental, or it could just be I'm getting cocky or whatever. But I always have like a good first game with a hero, and then I fuck up. It's still 17-20, so despite me accounting for almost half of our team's deaths, you know, we still have a chance, which shows you I'm clearly at fault here. But I don't know, it just feels like I can't help it sometimes. Like, I'm not even doing anything, and again, as much as I meme on Flash for being so busted, it doesn't matter because like, I'm just with the team. We can do a team fight. Every fight is a team fight. Like, at this point in the game, why not do that? Why not just stay together all the time? And the answer is, you know, you're gonna get fucked either way. So I mean, I can't do anything, but you should try to get the Amumu just because he's the priority target, for which I should at least get an assist, because come on. Come on. That Amumu is invincible. He really just cheated that hard. You got these fucking new age type mechanics. That was a good one. I don't know if that's his ult or what is that. Yeah, I can't do anything. I mean, I shouldn't even try, but you would think my ult is doing something. Like, every time I use it, I should always be getting like 1 kill. Good against it too, that I'm getting farmed by. The shop is literally metagaming not only optimal items in general, but even for the exact matchup that you have. So we're probably going to lose. It's definitely my fault. You know, our team wasn't that bad. I mean, if you really look at it, it's like, I guess I don't get this guy's ability. That fucking stupid thing on the ground is so annoying. But no, like, you have a 6 and 4, you have a 4 and 4, 6 and 5. So there's 3 people who are good. I'm the worst person on the whole team. This guy's got a whole fucking army with him. I don't know what kind of fucking ability that is, or what kind of character that is. Sometimes you can make these epic comebacks, but come on. You could have got him. He was so exposed, man. That Malphite is just my mortal enemy. I can't do anything. So I'd like to do my ultimate, but I can't. You can't do it. And Amumu is a god. Amumu can't be killed. This guy exposed himself a little bit too much, but I could have got him if I flashed, but I don't even want to. Amumu is just way too strong. Alright, now we gotta go and like rush it a little bit, because since we killed a couple of them, we may as well just push. We gotta push hard, because if you don't, or we could try to kill the Baron. Maybe that's what they're doing. Like, do you actually win the game if you just do this? Because that seems kind of dumb. And it feels like almost a little bit too easy to do then. Like, why is this so difficult? Just because you kill a couple of them and that's all it takes? Like, I don't know if ulting really even does a whole lot to this guy. But no, you gotta always be moving, flicking back and forth in a way that... Why did it seem like that won us the game last time? Or maybe they just surrendered right when we did it. Like, does that help us actually make a comeback or what? But you might think, oh, that has to do with swift play, you know, how it's supposed to try to not punish you too hard for having to make a, you know, for falling behind. But in reality, that's not how it works, because it was, oh shit, you got Malphite. The one bro is over there, but... Oh, we somehow stun locked the shit out of him, or he's getting hit by the dragon too. And Yeah, I sort of offered myself up there. That's fine, dude. I sort of over push, and you got to understand your position in the game too. It's like 3 to 9 to 6 doesn't seem as bad now, but you know, it's like you got to understand how badly you're doing, so don't keep trying to push. Like, learn your lesson and at least try to be defensive a little bit. So we should get rid of that stupid ass Doran's ring now and just do this. But it's still 26 to 26. So despite me almost seeming to be trying to sabotage this, I just can't. You know, we're still in it. Tower-wise, they're a little better, obviously, but we've done some of the objectives here, so that counts for something. Whenever you win like a team fight, you should just try to go and do that, I guess, but I like this character a lot with the aesthetic and everything, but I just can't seem to understand. That's what triggers me the most in this game overall, which does happen a lot. You're not trying to do anything. You're just literally standing there trying to kill some minions in your lane, and you're getting to half HP or you're dying just like that. Like, I guess because I couldn't avoid Malphite's fucking thing, because it's so, you gotta always be like moving to kind of throw them off. Right, I didn't even get to use my ult on that, but even with flash, I'm almost gonna get clown here. Like, see, what I was trying to do there is absolutely nothing. I'm just trying. You'll probably only get to use flash a couple times in a game though, because you got a long ass cooldown, so that's the one trade-off. You have this, you have, I don't know. Anytime you kill a Mumu, that's a good thing. Oh yeah, and I'm just missing the team fight too. So I'll come in here late and just fucking do what I gotta do. Exactly as planned. Oh shit, look at me make the epic comeback. Now we should almost look at me redeem myself a little bit for my absolute clown shit performance. But we should almost push the lane now a little bit. We aced, but now we gotta fucking get a tower quickly, otherwise what's the point? Right, get this tower. Because of how long they take to respawn, but then it takes like a fucking hour to do this shit though. Right, all it takes is one person to stop me, but that was an unexpected triple kill. I was just, that's almost like a Mr. Bean like accident, you know, comedy of errors type moment where you have you know, oh, I was in my base just because I was low on health because I'm getting clowned the whole game, and then oh, I come right when the team, in the middle of the team fight, right towards the end to do my perfect ability that does the AoE shit to you know, that does the AoE shit to finish them off, like at the perfect, it was kind of a comical thing. I come in late, oh whoopsie daisy, and then I get 3 kills, like I almost kill steal this shit out of it. Why did my thing go off there? Here, I'll just go back. We got a tower though, and we got like a good triple kill there. My chat always goes off like this. For fuck's sake, dude. I blame Nightmare for that. He distracted me even if he just said the message late there. Is Donald Trump making the right choices? I think in some ways, yeah. He's not, I mean, he's doing a lot of what he said he would do, so I don't even mind it. Like, people are so shocked. He said he's going to defund the Department of Education, and then he's doing it. Like, even whether you like it or not, it's like, do you really need the boots at this point? I never know whether that's okay or not to get rid of. I can't believe of all things I'm actually playing this game, though. This is not something I would have expected. Now, that was just like a straight up AFK fucking AFK thing. Death. Like, I'm literally just in the grass. Like, how does he know I'm there, though? I'm fucking... Yeah, I would generally say he's doing fine. You know, he's a disruptor type of candidate. Everyone knows going in that he's going to try to throw stuff off. right? He's not trying to do things a conventional way, and then people get shocked, like, oh my goodness, how can you do this? So can we get a cheap little kill here as well, or if we go here, where even am I? Oh, he's pushing him like on the fucking tower. I won't get there in fucking 5 business days over here. So I don't know what I'm even trying to do here. Trump is trying his hardest to pay off the $1 trillion debt. That $1 trillion debt? What, his own $1 trillion debt, or the country's $30 trillion debt? So we kind of have a good comeback situation. 6, 10, and 6. Doesn't seem that bad actually now. 6, 10 is still not good. Like, I started this one so disgracefully. But no, there's like an interesting false duality with that. Like, is it better to have a billionaire as president because he can't be bought off by big corporations as easily as he can't be bought off as easily by big corporations and rich people, right? Big donors. But then on the flip side, he might have his own incentive. So either way, like, would you rather have a millionaire president who's beholden to billionaires, or would you rather have a billionaire who's kind of beholden to himself and just out for his own interest and whatever? All right, we got a moo there. Or it's nice when they're getting stunned and hit by everybody else, because you get to okay, we destroyed a lot of turrets there. I love that. Like, it's making it seem like something's actually happening. Or yeah, I get that very delayed kill there. And that still counts, you know. I mean, it's not the highest quality kill that we're getting, but I somehow make a comeback here. This is actually pretty epic. Like, I play so shitty at the beginning of the game, and then I just say, fuck it, I'm too lazy to even walk back. Holy shit. So we have a pretty good chance here. How is it the country's debt if the only ones making the decisions are the politicians? Well, it's because it's programs that the country supposedly benefits from. I guess I'll get rid of that, even though I don't understand if you know, other things should be giving me movement speed at this point now anyway. So that's like the pseudo complicit thing, like, oh, you know, your politicians make decisions on behalf of your country and you have to take responsibility for them. Like, oh, the Iraq war, you know, we killed innocent people there, and it's like, you might not have wanted that to happen, but you have to take some responsibility for it, sure. Right, it's your tax dollars that are going to it. It's something, or that's one of the most nuanced financial discussions that I said and other people have said in the past that nobody understood. But like, what is the point of printing money, like, beyond the point with inflation and all this shit? And the point is that what it does is it allows you to basically get consent for bills and initiatives and policies without needing to tax people for them. So for example, if you want to pass something, normally you would say, oh, there's accountability, like, oh, you're going to tax people for that and they're going to feel it, so they're going to care more about that. But if you just print money, then you can do it anyway. Like, you print money and you can do whatever you want, and nobody feels it immediately because it's sort of a subliminal, subtle tax, right? Like inflation tax. But then you can do whatever you want, and then they'll only realize it later. But if you have to tax them directly, like, oh, we have to tax you for X amount of money for every single policy we pass, for every single program we do, then people are going to be more aware, more attentive, and more resistant to it, because it's like, oh, we feel that immediately. We feel that. And so I'm gonna just stay with this guy, dude. I can't do shit. But yeah, that's exactly the point. Like, I'm a politician and I want to pass all these different incentives and spending bills and funding and cui bono and all this kind of shit. And it's like, oh, I can't do that because if I do it, the taxpayer is going to be upset, like, oh, I just had to pay this much because of what you just did, so I'm going to pay very close attention and I'm going to oppose it and prevent it and really be, you know, against it, because it's got to be something that I'm going to feel in my wallet. So there's an accountability in that, whereas there's no accountability in inflation. You can just print money, you can just do the policy. It's not coming out of tax money, so nobody cares. Even if it hurts the value of the dollar in the long term, it still doesn't matter, because, right, people won't immediately feel it, so they'll be sort of less likely to complain or care about it. And so it's like, what are we trying to do here, man? But no, like, they all focus fire on somebody else, and then I can hit them with my abilities finally that I normally can't because they're too easy to avoid. I mean, look, dude, they're getting kind of mad at me for cheesing with my ult and stuff, but I don't see what I can do in a situation like that. Or I guess I did have flash up, or I'm still gonna get kills for, look how he just farm assists. Brand is the assist king because he's fucking. I don't think the contract benefits of all money the politicians gain. I don't think the contract benefits of all money the politicians gain. I don't know exactly what that means, but yeah, it's like people are sort of complicit with it without realizing it, because I don't know what some of these things even are, man. I'll go for get rid of the lowest value one. 2700 malignants. Okay, I mean, this is a pretty intense game, actually. Some of these games have been super entertaining. I'm 9, 11, and 8. Speaking of war crimes committed by countries or similar related events, one evil begets another. You use a bad event like that to justify under false pretenses something that ends up killing innocent people. Like, fucking, what do I have to use my ult on a fucking NPCs? Like, what is this shit, dude? I can't even do anything. I'm fucking getting destroyed by the inhibitor minions. Yeah, I would certainly feel that I love that. Or it'll give your team credit. Your team has destroyed a turret, even though I literally, you know, it's counting destroying your own by self-destruction. Weapons of mass destruction, more like weapons of self-destruction. It's called the printing press for the US dollar. Okay, dude, okay. I'm doing it. Fucking, get a taste of my own medicine with the damage over time. Shit. Look at the 7,000 gold that I have, too. Like, I don't understand what to do. 1960 can go, then give me 2,800 there. Or you just run out of space to even put this shit. I'm not sure if these are even worth it or not. 1960, 1890, which I just bought. Like, now there'll be some optimal set that I could get now. We may win, we may lose. My score in the end doesn't look that bad, although compared to everybody else, it's still worse. Although I guess not. See how I started off so shitty, but 11, 12, 10, 16, it ends up evening out. But look at the number of assists too. Like, holy shit. So, oh, they might actually just get it though. So I recover from a pretty shaky start. I guess we could do one more maybe, or no, I don't know if I even want to. I'm very confused by how that game went, but it shows you can definitely recover. There was that triple kill moment that was iconic. Like, that was the whole turning point of the game, possibly, because I go from being completely shit to actually doing something good. Champion mastery. So you have reached mastery level 2. Keep playing games to level up the crest, which means you'll keep facing tougher competition and get destroyed. Onslaught. I think that's the main flaw of this game, though. Like, that sort of feeling that, oh, you know, you get destroyed. You just kind of step out there for a second and you get destroyed. But no, this could be a pretty fun series. I might actually just keep doing this for a while because, I don't know, it's more fun at the entry level than I would have thought, because I thought it'd be more toxic or more competitive. But I actually don't mind it too much. Oh, you know what we got, dude? I wish I had time, but we got the combo. We finally got it, and we get to even play as Brand. Best grade is S-, which surely wasn't. Does it show me like the grade per game? Because like S- was definitely not this game. It was the one before this, right? This was a S- quality game, 15, 6, and 7. Doesn't even seem that great still, but on a team, clearly I was the best player, right? 24. Well, that guy's gold score was pretty fucking good. But no, I mean, 15, 6, and 7 is pretty hard to argue with, right? That was the guy. I was, you know, clearly the best player in probably the whole game. But then this one, I completely fucked up. Even though I end up making a comeback. Even though I end up making a comeback where I do okay in the end. And I mean, we won, so it's okay. But I was probably one of the worst players here. Or you know what's funny about that? I have the highest gold score, even though I played like shit. Even score-wise, like 11, 12, and 10 is not a very good score, right? Like, I don't know. Just the way I started that. Malphite was kind of owning me, clowning me at the beginning, which I have a very hard time avoiding his ability there, so, you know, I kind of don't have enough time for a whole nother game. But this is much more fun than I would have ever thought, so I'm giving it sort of that love letter that I never gave this game, because I never really played it that much. I'm giving it kind of a swan song of a game that I never really appreciated fully, and I kind of dismissed partly because of this stupid overly competitive thing, which kind of like chess, where, you know, don't let that ruin the game that 1200 rated players are studying openings and stuff. You want to play a game, Nightmare? Since I guess I have a little bit of time, but I don't have enough time to play a whole game of League. Speaking of chess, favorite game genre, I would say open world games, except I don't consider that a genre, because like I say, any game can be an open world game. You can have a fantasy RPG, combat game, open world driving game, open world like a Test Drive Unlimited or Forza or some shit. So any game can technically be open world, is just more a descriptor, but okay, that's fine. But I'd probably say just RPG, fantasy, stuff like that, like Skyrim, open world chess. Yeah, there was actually a site that let you do that. Let me just maybe look at some stuff in this in a little more detail then. But yeah, there can be open world anything, so to say that's a genre is kind of stupid, right? Esports notification. I like how this game has persisted for so long, though. Like, it's been, you know, it was so popular obviously many years ago, but it's still going strong. I thought it might have died out a little bit, but it's I can't wait till I get to Kale, even though Kale isn't what I thought she would be. I'm not actually gonna play, but I want to see my abilities here, because we get the ultimate combo, which apparently I'm gonna die even more now, because, you know, even with Flash, I was getting owned, but the cooldown is so long. So Exhaust Ignite, which might seem especially silly on a character like Brand, because it might not stack with your other fire type damage over time that you're doing, but even if it did, it feels sort of superfluous. Deals true damage over time to target champion, reduces healing effect for the duration. True damage over time, but it doesn't tell you how much, or I mean, it's a relative percent, obviously, of their health or something. But have I tried Minecraft? No, I haven't actually. I'm saving that for some special day where I can do like a whole committed series on it and really try to play it blind and figure stuff out for myself. Yeah, I've never gotten around to it. I had played it a little bit in the past, but I don't really remember it, and I didn't really learn too much. I built like a big boat or did something weird like that. So yeah, you got the Exhaust Ignite combo, which is the stuff of legends. If you know, you know. Like, that is a class. Anybody who ran that is a fucking goat. Not because it's good, but because it's so random and just overcommittal. And to do that with Kale was so satisfying. Let me look for, like, you know, Kale, Udyr, Karthus was the big three for me. Not even saying I was that good with them per se, but it just, I think I was probably pretty good with Kale, honestly. But she'll never be the same because you'll never be the same because they fucked her up. They made her like a control completely 180, totally different from mobility, crowd control, toughness, damage, utility. Champion's tendency to deal damage to enemies using it. I mean, that makes it sound sort of more like the old school, but this is more like a late game thing because you get like something at level 16, which I don't really understand. You get something at like level 16 that changes your shit, or I can't remember, but yeah, Kale, Udyr, Karthus. Udyr, of course, gets the Meta Knight effect because, like, oh, you play it and it's overpowered and you do well, and then people complain, like, oh, it's a busted character. Like, I don't control that. Maybe when you get vacation, yeah, it would be something I'd want to put a little bit of time into. Or actually, I could find a way to segue into it from this format because this format was meant to be like, I'm playing the most popular games on Twitch, right? Sort of whatever's the highest viewed, I kind of say, like, so if I was done with this series, which I'm probably not yet, I would say I'm going to play whatever I see as the top category here. So we've been through a lot of games that I don't typically play, like Valorant was up there, so I did a couple episodes of that. Then I did a couple episodes of Dota 2. So all these games that I definitely wouldn't normally play, right, we get to indulge in now just for that reason alone. That is kind of a weird format, but you know, I'm kind of just, when I don't know what to do, it's a good way to find something. So if Minecraft happens to be up there, I would do it, right? Or even, oh yeah, this repo game, that's got to be the next one, even though I don't even have it. Our bitrate is dying here. Right, we got this. So we did Marvel Rivals already. We did that already. The Repo and Fortnite could be the next ones, depending on even if they change around. If I do Fortnite, I should do the Fortnite OG, though, because I wanted to kind of experience that. WoW, I wouldn't know really what to do with. I almost might skip it because I don't know. Oh, see, there's Minecraft. It could actually happen. Because once we get through all these, and if it's like a super new game like this, I might just skip it. We did... I don't know. I guess I was always surprised by the kind of content and how popular it was, especially early on, because it was always like something convoluted that I thought people wouldn't get into, especially little kids. Like, oh, you have to do modding and you have to do things in a very nuanced, particular way and make this using this formula and recipe. And it's like the freeform building stuff I can understand, but it seemed almost too complicated that I didn't think kids would actually enjoy it, or that it would be as popular as what it seems. But no, this League series is pretty good. I wouldn't mind. I could get Overwatch another look, because even though I already did the format with that, it's been so long that I could give it another run. Right, I normally put like a 6-month window. So even though it's permadeath, it's not permadeath like forever. It's just like, you know, for long enough to do that. There was this video that was asking viewers to comment which game was the most popular but was trash. And someone said Minecraft, then you got a million replies. Successful rage bait. But no, it's a situation where, oh wait, this isn't even right though. It's got to be in order. So we did GTA 5, obviously in honor of that. Fortnite. Schedule 1. Like, what even is all this? Manufacture, distribute range of drugs. Yes, of course. Walter White Simulator. Schedule 1, and I like the graphic style, but you know, some of these are sort of streamer bait type things too. It'll be like kind of gimmicky sense of humor or something that'll appeal to like streamers, especially, that kind of gives it good publicity, but it doesn't mean it's actually that good of a game, or, you know, it's not always a reflection of its quality. Like even the repo thing, I would have almost done, but I don't know. I won't commit to any of these yet until we're done with this, which I definitely am not for now. I'm surprised actually how much I've enjoyed it, because you know, that whatever, there's a good player base at the bottom that sucks as bad as you when you first start playing, so it's fine. When you play Minecraft, try it with visual mods. Probably I wouldn't do that right away, but maybe I could try mods as we go on. But I always like to experience something in like the most basic vanilla form first, even with all its flaws and stuff. But I'm very like minimalistic like that. What else do we have here? I feel bad for just kind of stalling here, but it's like I have a little bit of time, but I didn't want to risk trying to play a whole nother game. And I hate the way it launches in like you need like the Riot launcher, then you need the League of Legends launcher, then you need the game itself. Like, why do you need so many layers of shit to do? Or yeah, we should do Wild Rift too. Just if can you actually do that even on PC? I gotta check that. You should be able to, I guess. Or you could like emulate it probably, but people playing Wild Rift on PC. I know that people play mobile games. Is it possible to play it? If so, that's really unfair. Via Android simulator is not advantage 100%, but it kind of could be. It's not unfair. Joystick controls, we can't use our mouse. How is Wild Rift on PC? Won't be on PC, it will be on consoles. League of Legends. Why does it seem like a fake site? Like it looks so weird. Game Pass. Now on mobile, play for free. You could totally emulate this shit, like how I was doing PvZ Heroes and stuff. Okay, see you later. Okay, so today I'm trying something a little different where I have the mic a little closer because it seems too quiet compared to League. For some reason with this game in particular, it does that. I don't know, like the game sound seems too high by comparison, or just something about me seems quieter because my setup and mic is a little different. So I'm showing off a new channel art that I just made today, but also what we get to do in the session obviously is I get to show off my Exhausted Night combo finally that is so beloved that I used early on in League's history, like 2009 to 2012, where I played as Kale and stuff, and that early game aggro that you can't do anymore with Kale because Kale has been turned into a control character. Who knows, maybe they changed it back from when that was in like 2016 that I saw that Kale had been changed to like a late game control type character or whatever. But maybe I'm just not doing it at the right angle is the problem. It's not so much the volume, but yeah, this is a new piece of art that this refers to that moment from my short story from many years ago where like an observer from outer space is looking at the planet and kind of doing a checklist to see like what state is this planet and species in right now. And so they're in this phase where, oh, the stimuli acme is still preserved. That's the line that he says. That's a very significant line in my writing, which is the stimuli acme is preserved in this era, which means it's like, what is the stimuli acme, of course, and we have Botez and Amarantha represented in the streaming space, and this is like my character from my chess art, so I could use this as a chess art, I guess. The point being that, and I could just leave it vague, so like, oh, they can't get upset that, oh, it's Botez and Amaranth. It might not be. It just kind of looks like them, but whatever. Right, like I could play it off. She has the crown and stuff. So the point is that the queen of cult of personality, the point is that... the thing is, the stimuli acme is preserved. So the point being that, what does the stimuli acme mean? It means that humanity knows of no higher measure of value in life than sex or hedonism. And on the hedonism hierarchy that I talked about in the past, sex would be the highest on the list. So because of that, then you see that reflected in every area of life, even if you don't think about it at the time, such as the majority of profanity is sexual, the majority of music is sexual, the majority romantic, etc. The majority of life goals, the majority of conflict has to do with that, the majority of, you know, media, etc., representation, all those things. The best example is probably profanity, because that's one that people don't even think about it as they're saying it, like the F word or other words, right? you're not thinking about sex when you say it necessarily, right? But you can't think of any other higher way to express something really good happening or something really bad happening, or, you know, some really positive or negative statement. You can't think of a better way to express that than with... Can I turn off the music for this? Because it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. Yeah. You can't think, humanity cannot think of a higher measure than sex and hedonism as a form of expression, which is exactly what the stimuli acme would represent, is this obsession and fixation on it. It's not a straight condemnation of it, like to say, oh, sex is bad or anything like that. In fact, that plays into the false duality of it, that you don't have to condemn it or glorify it. It's just a natural process that happens in nature all the time. There's 8 billion people, right? Like, how much would have had to happen by then? But no, you see that repression leads to obsession concept, like, because society inhibits it so much or kind of tries to control it so much, now you see a reverse feedback loop of, like, where it becomes glorified and people obsess over it in areas that have nothing to do with it. So even chess streaming content that has nothing to do with it at all. In fact, this is a good opportunity to do something else that I wanted to show. And we'll just play like probably one game anyway. So we played as Brand, which I'm not sure actually. Like let me show this off, but then I want to kind of react to a clip that I just thought of because of that. The whole Botez cult of personality aspect that I've obviously criticized in the past. So if we go here, we got our Exhaust Ignite because we're level 9. And I did pretty badly in that game, but I think we are on a streak with Brand. So we won that one. I played really well. I won this one, but I played pretty badly. I started off pretty badly, at least. Although somehow I got like the highest gold score, which makes no sense at all. But no, I started off like 1 and 4. I hate those deaths at the beginning, like where I'm not trying to do anything. Right, that's my pet peeve in these games. I even said that in Dota, like where I made fun of it. I love that part where I just stand, where I'm not doing anything and I just get stun locked and killed. Like, I'm not trying to go for a kill. I'm not trying to, you know, overextend myself. I can understand, like, oh, if I go for a kill and I turret dive and stuff like that. But no, I could just be standing there doing nothing. So let me do a little Botez roast, because this triggered me. I had said about 10 years ago that women's titles shouldn't exist and people didn't like it or whatever. And so what do you... Yeah, this is it. Here we go. I'll upload this as an individual... I'll upload this as an individual video, me roasting, so you get to see the art, right? She represents cult of personality, stimuli acme, etc., things like that, which isn't even necessarily her fault, right? I don't mean to pick on one person. Don't specify the conflict. Logical razor from my absolutist tendency. But the point being that it certainly is a great representation of it, because you see, chess is meant to be the world's last truest meritocracy, and if even that gets corrupted by cult of personality and stimuli acme, then you're in trouble. So here we go. This is the most disingenuous thing that has ever been uttered in any sort of space in probably existence, or certainly in content creation. Look at what she says here. I've seen this, I think. Or at least I've seen the part that I'm thinking of, which is not a very long video. I think we're about to crash, though, somehow. I don't know why it's lagging.
As the WF...
Or yeah, I'm going to put on subtitles, but it already has them in the video.
Has the WFM title, like, done good for you, do you think?
I think it's embarrassing.
Okay, here we go. Now let's roast Botez. How many references to that title? Now, it's possible she could be an NM, National Master, etc., but like, how many references to being a master does she make that she might not have been able to make, right, if she didn't have women's titles? How much did she use and abuse and rely on it and to benefit from it all these years? But now you want to act like, oh, you're above it, or oh, it's embarrassing, or oh, it's... let's just count the times, right? I don't even have to make the case. I can just show you the case. Or maybe she's removed it now, but it's like, how many times did she use it over the years? But now she wants to act like she's above it, or let's get rid of titles, when I've milked it to be, again, a 2,000 FIDE, which is not bad, but versus I am, okay, that's fine. But like, she'll say it in so many videos, like, titled chess player, chess master, she calls herself. Well, she wouldn't be able to call herself that even in a cheeky way. Right, you wouldn't be able to call yourself a chess master or a titled player the way that she has countless times. I'm sure she's used it many, many times. Right. I'm just going to come around that she actually changed it. So this is actually taking a while. It's definitely... Okay, let's just search by it then. I'm sure I've seen it hundreds of times referenced. Like, it felt like she didn't upload really all that often, though. like it's impressive to have such a big channel when you only upload, you know, so like that's all she's done, you know, as far as uploads in years. Strong title. Okay, that. Oh wow, you know what? She might have removed something. But no, I know she used like chess master to describe herself, which again, you couldn't really do that unless women's FIDE master or something, you know, something like that. Ludwig and Master Botez. Master what? Oh, the fake embarrassing title that you don't want to use. Okay, Master. Okay, fine. I swear she removed some of them too. She's like me. She thinks the same way as me, so she would do it in the opposite way. I swear to God, I've seen it. Undercover chess master plays for my number. Okay, that's not you. That's not it either. Or yeah, better yet, the Stimuli Acme. Count the number of references to either Tinder or playing for my number or something, you know, to do with with the Stimuli Acme that has nothing to do with chess. Sort of playing into it, right? It's one thing, okay, people might perceive you that way or do something like that, but you don't have to play as me for a date. Like, you don't have to embrace this sort of content, right? So it's sort of this overcorrection, victimization fallacy of like, oh, people might perceive you a certain way because you're female in chess, but you can ignore that and shun that and do something different, or you can play into it and exploit it. So like, you see how you're perpetuating that. Chess master, yeah, here. Never mind. Fuck me. I know there's somewhere. Yeah, see, between two chess masters. Do you call yourself that because you're a women's FIDE master? Is that what you mean by master? Because I'm not sure. Other masters and grandmasters. Oh, I see. So you're using the title that you're condemning. Like, you deserve to have this be seen. Shock's chess master. Which again, chess masters as in, well, Andrea, I don't think even qualifies for those kind of titles, but can 5 players beat a master? Again, who is the master? Oh, women's FIDE master, right? Unless you want to say national master, which I guess, but again, imagine flexing about that sort of entry-level thing. You're not flexing about being a GM or an IM or something like that. Chess master, okay, these are sometimes their opponents, to be fair. Chess masters, right? Like, who is the master here? I think this is wrong even by the metric of what I'm saying. I don't think Andrea is a master of anything, right? Even by the female titles that we're talking about. Can AI bot beat a chess master without a queen? Again, calling yourself a master. Certainly the title point is being made here. Between a master and a chess master, which is, even that's disingenuous, because that'd be like the difference between a GM and an IM. Not a difference between a GM and a 2000 FIDE player who normally wouldn't even have a title. Right. You get like FM by like 2300, but chess master, dirty tricks to beat a grandmaster. Yeah, and they make up these imaginary 2900 elo inflated 2 women, right? How many references? We could do the same thing with that. To being women or female. What if I do that? I'll start a channel that says, oh, I played this person for so they get my number if they beat me. But who would want to see that? Because I'm a guy. Or, oh my goodness, a man plays chess. I'm a man and I'm playing chess. So can I reference being a man? Right, like, look how much you play into it. Like, don't give me this sort of phony shit. Right, you're making it, okay. And then let's just look at her description. 2 sisters who like chess and chaos, which I'm sure that, I wonder if they'd be live right now. About Botez live. Oh, or maybe they just never update that. Because I made fun of this before, like, oh, they lie about their age, but how can Alexandra lies about her age, competitive in Canada. Oh, they don't flex their title too much there. I feel like they've removed some things, but whatever.
The reason I was for women titles is because I've asked a lot of young girls what they're looking forward to in chess, and so many of them use female titles as a reason why they're still playing. So it's like, okay, that's a...
But that's like a fallacy too, because look forward to pretend they didn't exist, then you'd be looking forward to the regular titles. Don't look forward to special treatment. Look forward to the meritocracy.
I wish that I'd never gotten a female title and just gone for a regular title.
Again, it's the same thing. Like, unless you're going to say NM and you're going to brag about that, it gave you plenty of bragging rights, like women's master. I'm a chess master that she keeps calling herself.
We don't have female female PhDs. We just have PhDs.
Oh, here we go. This actually triggers me at a level that is extreme.
Talking about women being the best, some of the best chess players in the world, not best women chess players. I actually do believe that. Not just.
But that's why we glorify Judith Polgar, not just because she's good.
But I really do think that we're seeing that.
That is so disgustingly disingenuous, because again, she's saying that from a position of having benefited from that so much, not just the titles, but the whole general aura around it, that, oh, look at us breaking down stereotypes that women aren't good at chess or something, and getting so much attention because of it, because it's like, it is like an overcorrection fallacy. There's like this perceived, oh, mistreatment of women in chess or lack of women in chess. So now you overcompensate and be like, well, now look, oh my goodness, this woman's playing chess and it's such a big deal, even though it wouldn't be a big deal if a guy was doing the same thing. You're treating them almost disrespectfully, but in a way that helps them. Like, you're negatively stereotyping and saying, oh, you know, I'm only going to play one game, so this is why I'm sort of doing this as an intro. But I was going to mention this in a different time, but because of the art, I figured I'd talk about it now. The point is that you're in a position to say that you benefited from it because, again, show me the 2,000 FIDE, you know, male who would be playing chess and be able to do a lot of those things, playing people for my number, showing off my Tinder profile, talking about being a man constantly in my videos, making that a big deal, right? Like you're playing into that, what I call myopic marginalization, like people looking at something for the first time and knowing nothing about it, right? To the uninitiated, to the ignorant masses. And so to them, it's like, oh my goodness, look, a woman playing chess at a moderate level, that's a big deal. Wow, we've never seen that before. We don't know about Judith Polgar and all these other better players that would trivialize the whole thing. So it's not about them actually being good. It only makes them seem good by comparison to your own ignorance of not knowing that they're actually good players. So if you actually respect good female players, or just good players, period, you wouldn't care about that. You would care about the GMs and stuff. And if you don't, then you don't care at all. But there's like this halfway pretense of like, oh, but they are good, but they're not that good. So if you really cared about that. So that's the problem that you run into, though. There's an inconsistency, and there is a disingenuous element to like, oh, now you'll say the title shouldn't be there. Now you'll say like, oh, maybe we won't do the sexual content, you know, innuendo, playing for my number, trying to just reference being a woman constantly. And that doesn't even have to be a stimuli acme. Well, it sort of is, but it's like, it doesn't have to be a stimuli acme argument. It could just be a, it could be a situation where I should do a tier list like that. Maybe I won't do league. I'll do a tier list ranking the extent. The problem is I don't watch these people enough. I'll rank streamers based on how much they use the stimuli acme or rely on it or benefit from it, right? So how many times do you reference, oh, being a woman chess player? So again, the negative stereotypes like, oh, they're not good at chess somehow, or even though that's not true. You know, there's plenty of great players, or some stereotype like they've somehow been mistreated in chess. So now you're trying to overcorrect by giving special treatment to people who aren't as good as 20,000 other men who don't get any credit in the world. So like, you know, you give them special treatment that way. You give them like this sort of weird myopic perspective, like, oh my goodness, look, it's such a novelty, it's such a big deal, even though it's not a big deal. So if you really cared, you would appreciate the female GMs, right? If you, or just GMs in general, if you want a high level of chess, or you wouldn't care at all. But this mid-level is kind of the worst of both worlds, because if you really cared, there's people who are much better. And if you didn't care, then you wouldn't care at all. But then there's this cult of personality that comes into it. So, you know, that would be a funny idea. You do a tier list that's like, you do a tier list that is like rating streamers based on their amount that they abuse or benefit from the stimuli acme. So we have Brand still available here. Let me put this back up. Put on the sound. So we still have to do Swift Play for a while, which is a little bit odd, but we survived that last game. Yeah, we got Exhausted Knight in both here. I don't want to be the jungler, but it kind of forces me to. Or, you know, once you're in the game, I can just ignore it and just do whatever I want anyway, but yeah, I do like this character, but you start off kind of rough. It feels like it's hard at the beginning of the game, but no, I'm genuinely enjoying this a lot more than I would have thought. I was almost going into it a little mockingly because, again, these games sometimes get a bad reputation, anything that's like super competitive, but it doesn't mean it has to be that way at the low level. You can just kind of mess around, have fun. I'm just sort of auto purchasing everything from the shop, which kind of defeats the whole purpose because, you know, people just metagame it anyway, so then why even bother having a shop? Just have a thing where, but this is like a normal game, but the towers start to destroy themselves eventually, which I don't fully understand how that works, but you get in like the sudden death mode here. So the thing is, you're guaranteed to get the character you want too, which is kind of interesting. There's no banning, there's no, you know, none of that. So does anybody have Exhaust Ignite ever in the history of the game? And the answer is everybody has fucking Flash. And as long as I don't die, I'd be okay with it. But, or people would even make fun of that in the past and say, you know, why are you running that? Or especially when I played Kale again after years, not realizing she had changed, that would especially make it seem dumb because, you know, it would make even less sense. But of course, Flash is totally not OP. It definitely doesn't need to be nerfed. Like, everybody uses it. Fucking, it has a long cooldown, but I mean, it's just too good to try to get away from a situation where you're about to die. Maybe like Set doesn't need it because he has an ability that makes him jump all around like a clown anyway, but, or, you know, a lot of those type of mobility abilities are not tied to, you can't do them freely, like you have to do them to a target. So unless you attack an opponent with it, right, it maybe wouldn't work otherwise. But no, I always don't get the lore of stuff like this too, because I'm just top anyway, which is my preference. Top, or I mean, not being jungle. It's like, you know, the lore is just kind of on a whim, but there really is no lore. They're just random characters, you know. The Doran's ring, which is always the one I end up selling later. They even give you the arrow. Like, I like how, you know, how much it treats you like a moron at this low level, but I don't know. I feel like I've done okay, but just that, you know, I always do well the first game, and then maybe it starts to match you against tougher people. Like, oh, if you have a good score, it'll do that. But and recording this game is kind of annoying because it's a situation where I, you know, it's a situation where you have to like window capture display, or in fact I probably have display capture still on. I probably forgot. Yeah, see, what the fuck. Wait, what? No, I had window capture too. What do you mean? What? Oh, come on, come on. Now it's not gonna work or what? Fuck. Well, I guess worst case I could do that, but window to capture, this had totally worked before. I don't understand. So we were on the, oh wow, man, I'm even complaining as we, but how? Way to just ruin it, man. Okay, fine, I'll just do it. Window capture for now, display capture for now. It had worked for several sessions straight. I always like to try to get a sneak attack here, but there's no point. I mean, just, it's fine. Oh, Set is the clown, though. He just jumps around like a clown. I like to just needle their bitch ass a little bit, though. If you get him a couple good hits, you can do the Exhaust Ignite now. Make them, you know, have to walk through your creeps and stuff to get to you. That really bugs me, the fact that I had to deal with the you could almost get him if I just could land my Q, which I'm really bad at doing. But I like just needling him like that. I just can't line that shit up. He's moving very robotically, like he is just a bot. That's what the Exhaust Ignite can do for you, bitch. Even though I don't like standing still in a spot like that, but you know, that can dictate the whole difference of the game. Brand might be one of those characters that really has to heat up, I guess you could say, in terms of You know, now I could get ganked very easily. Right, because I don't have any escape plan. So that would make me an easy target at times for people who, you know, oh, he doesn't, I don't even have boots. But you do it like, makes you an easy target. And the reason why it makes you an easy target is because you can't get away. Like if somebody comes from there, I just have to deal with it, and I can't really deal with things head on as well. Maybe if I hugged the corner here, they'd have to take more time to get to me at least. Or he should kind of come after me, but do you really want the smoke, dude? Even though you've been to the shop and I haven't. Really? Like, this is really going to be what does it? Nice. I mean, this is what I love about the game, though. Like, it's just, it's sort of my fault. I should have had flash, but that is like the most nonsensical thing ever. I mean, at least he gets the kill there, but like, you just shouldn't play up on the tower like that there, the way that I did. There's no need to do it. There's no reason to do it. Like, so I'm involved with the 2 kills that we have that are like, you know, we got the first kill, which wasn't first blood, but then I was involved in almost killing them there. But no, I get caught in these like sort of standstill spots where it's not very fun because you get to, you know, you get caught out in a way that allows you to really like, how does this make sense? Or sometimes I tunnel vision too much and, you know, get too defensive and stuff. Yeah, I need like a lifesteal type of thing. We had that Teemo or somebody who was doing that where they kept healing insane amounts just by doing damage. Which, I mean, that's what lifesteal means, but you know what I mean? Like, that made it seem very viable. Or the, you know, whatever. I always have this problem where I get fucked by the, but no, when he does that stupid thing that pulls me in, I could almost die from that alone. But now I should almost just go back. I wouldn't mind like getting to level 6 here. Or I should try to sneak on somebody. So Master Yi is going all around. I'm going to try to go here if I had the ult too. But see, Ignite feels like such overkill with this dude too, because I wasn't even paying attention to what was happening. That was my bad. I wasn't even fighting him. I was just like, I didn't expect the other guy to be there. I thought I was going to be, the hunter becomes the hunted. I thought I was going to be the ganker there. I was just sort of bored because I was waiting for him to fucking, you know, push back to my thing. Because see, our tower didn't take any damage in that time. You should always get the boot first, which I didn't do. He's not going to do hardly anything to us. And I really want the ult. Like, I'm the one who killed this guy early, and still you... Yeah, we wait till he gets low or something. I've died twice now in a way that really... I get sort of just lazy, you know? Like, I start off fine, but then you got to sort of play safe, right? It's sort of like a chess principle, too. Whether you're good or not, you should always... whether you're good or not, you should sort of be careful and, like, you know, don't overdo it, kind of. Because I could get caught out here and I could get screwed because I don't want to chase him, but just try to farm out a little bit of experience, or you can always do this one to try to get some damage in onto him. Sort of just needle his bitch ass a bit. Or I should always do the W because that's the only one I'm going to hit with typically. Gotta predict like where they're going to go a bit, which I'm not the best at doing. But no, he's recovering his health a little bit too well. I could almost have gotten him there. But he's got all these crazy stupid jumps that he does, or he's going to wait till I'm out of mana. So somebody could be coming up here, so that was a good call out, which I never use those, but nor do I use the chat or would I use voice chat or anything. So I'm kind of annoyed this game not to distract myself by the whole window capture thing. So that's going to be a whole nother obstacle. I don't know why that isn't working. This can always peel, do a little damage into them. I hate how those minions can sort of block for it, though, a little bit, in the sense that you're trying to do this predictive shit on him. They're having a massive fight at the bottom that I could help with, but I don't feel like it. Really? You can do it like right by my tower, dude? That wasn't a very good use of either of those, but if I had the ult up, I would totally have done it. I mean, I can't play this game, dude. Like, it just it just feels like there should be something more you can do there, but again, unless you have flash, but you're not gonna have it up that often. Like, I don't know why you go for stuff like that. You have to realize it can be very stale. Just don't ever go for kills. I got the one at the beginning. I should have been happy with that. Like, fucking, I try to force it too much. Right, that's the temptation. Let's make another chess analogy. Just like you're always trying to do a home run type of play, but you can't do that. You have to be disciplined and just safe and everything. I wasted my exhaust and ignite for that too. I've fallen behind in level. I've fed this guy a little bit. Like, I don't understand why. All my deaths are like so self-inflicted in a way that feels kind of dumb. We have the ult up, but I can't really do anything in this lane. I never really bother with any of those type of things either, but enemies are missing. I gotta stop going for this shit too. I mean, that would be good, but I should, this guy's doing pretty good call outs. I just can't. There's a sense of like, you just can't do anything. Like, even if you had flash, forget about flash. You do it once every 5 minutes. Like, what do you do the rest of the time? Like, I don't get it. You just can't get. I mean, this character is more of a caster, obviously, but still. I just can't do anything. This is how the last game went, but we might not be so lucky this time. Where he's gonna win the fight too. Set. Like, look at that. Look at that. One of those power creep new BS type characters where. I'm scared of him, even though. Oh God. I mean, I can't. I give up. Like, I can't. This sort of set character type that was one of those that was added, later on in the game, like not originally, is just like, it's one of those weird things, right? Something about it feels unnatural. I don't know when Brand was added actually, but I'm sort of feeding almost deliberately here. When you're doing that, you should almost just go to a different lane and just say fuck it. The Master Yi is doing okay, but. Or wait, that's the other one. But yeah, just go to a different lane and just do something else. Which in a team fight setting, you might do pretty good because this ultimate is very good for that. I don't know what's even happening, but no, you shouldn't get so dejected and do that. Like, see, my purpose in the game would have been better served by just me playing super safe, hugging the tower, not doing anything. I get that first kill, and then I try to get cocky. Like, it's a discipline sort of issue. I'm just trying to do things that I don't need to be doing. There's multiple people here in the middle. There's so many things that are scuffed about this too, like how... Yeah. I mean, look, dude. Look. I can't step out from the tower like 2 inches. Like, I don't care. Just forget it. I don't know. That happens in a lot of things, like just the squishy factor. Like, I can't even move. I'm not trying to kill anybody. I'm not trying to do anything. You are a ranged character. You are meant to play off a bit, but I mean, whenever I feel like I'm not really doing anything, right? That's what I feel is annoying. I'm not getting a kill. I'm not trying to get a kill. I'm not even trying to attack them. Like, I'm literally just a few inches away from the fucking tower. And I can't do anything. Like, I'll just wait on the tower. Like, what do you want me to fucking even do? Just play off a little bit. Again, it's partly my fault. I mean, I started off with the 1 kill, and then I just totally tanked it. All I got to do is wait for a team fight and just use my ult and just be careful, but... It's very disappointing. You could say that's because I already fed to a degree, but... I wasn't even trying to fight him. Like, I can't even move. Like, I get to half health on the tower. Not even doing anything, not even moving. Like, it's no use. I mean, you're just gonna keep dying like that. You could say this character's maybe like that, but I think it depends on like how you start and everything. So you could kill me like right here on the tower. You could easily do it. Right, I'm almost baiting them. But no, I keep starting off so badly, and then we just farm out experience here a bit. I don't know what else everybody's doing. Defeated the Rift Herald. We can still make some sort of a comeback, but I certainly didn't help our case with what I did there. So now if they come for me, it could be a thing. But I shouldn't probably go in at half health. Oh, see, that's what we need, a heal. Or that maybe was a bit of a waste with the whole the heals are really what we're relying on. We need a pocket healer like we're Swifty to make us seem better than what we actually are. Look at how frequent that healing is too. Back in early league where nobody could heal, or it was very limited, or probably something like that. Oh shit, I like this guy. Master Yi is asking for assistance. I want to stay with this guy, man. Oh shit. Come on, if I could just get Exhausting Night. Don't even get a chance to. But no, that's how you can get an early kill easy, like that. You get an early kill easy with the Exhausting Night. Nobody gives a shit about the Baron thing, but one of the games it seemed like we almost won because of it. As soon as we got it, we auto won, or they just surrendered maybe at that time. The Master Yi seems okay. 1, 6, and 4. See, now we start to make a comeback, but those 6 stats were... that's what I'll do the next game, right? Once we win this, clearly. don't do anything at the beginning. Like, just, that's kind of like what people do in opening theory in chess also. Like, don't do anything. Don't try to attack. Don't try to do anything, because it's not going to work, right? Anything that you think is going to work is just not going to work. Like, oh shit. See, that's all we need is a little bit of healing like that. They can finish that shit off. Don't you love that? Like, oh, I do one little thing and then, oh, I'm already at half health. I'm about to die. Like how? I literally did nothing. I stepped out for like 1 second. Fits with my whole psychological archetype of always being a mage and everything. That you're like high risk, high reward, squishy. Your ult recharge is pretty fast too. So, I mean, you would maybe feel like we're sort of making a bit of a mini comeback though, just because you oh, this guy is very vulnerable. Look at him, look at him. Of course I can't do it even when he's low. I can't do it. That's like the first ping I've used. That's got to be one part of the hard mode that I'm not allowed to use a thing. But no, this is my favorite character ever. I just need a healer on me like that. I'm still level 13 despite everything else. Look at that. Alright, this is what we need. 2 and 6. Now is not really the time to be doing that, but yeah, that's got to be the thing. Start off disciplined, start off safe. Don't try to do too much. Just chill, and you know, don't try to push the tower even, because it just always backfires. I mean, unless you really know what you're doing, which obviously we don't. Asking for vision, but I mean, I'm the last person who should be doing anything because I'm fucking not only bad, but just squishy somehow. Like, I just want to always be with this chick because she's so good. We can't really fight him though. Give me a team fight in bottom. You know, if we come from behind here, that could be excellent. Assuming that we can even, like, when they start to run away or something. Sometimes I'm just not paying attention either. There's still a team fight going on here. I almost just wasted my ult on that, but I don't even get an assist. That's what Brand can sometimes do, is rack up assists. See, now my ending score won't seem that bad, but I started off abysmally. I was losing my lane. I was getting destroyed, right? This set was... I was feeding him. Yeah, go ahead. Come for me. Come for me, dude. What do you think? Those heals make it kind of tough to... So Set is basically invincible, and it's mostly thanks to me because I fed him. That was kind of a big death though, because that, if you could have killed him, it would have been a big deal. It's 24 to 19. We're starting to make a bit of a comeback again. That's sort of the same thing that happened last game. So what do you do at the beginning of a League of Legends game, just like in chess? Don't do anything. Play as safe as possible. Do as little as possible. Don't even try to do anything, because assume that, oh, your opponent's going to be too good to let it happen, or you might get punished for it because you have no idea what you're doing. Right, you're just going to get one shot every 5 seconds. Like, With that chick healing me too. It was a 2v1 with a pocket healer, and we still get clowned by the fucking thing. And now my ult's almost up again. At this point in the game, the towers almost cease to matter too. So Yi has been doing good. Okay, he's doing very good. Why would you run away now though? Just chase him, dude. Oh shit. We could get the Baron actually in this much time. Right, we may as well because they're come on, give us a little speed boost or some shit. Or we should really pick up towers. Don't let that guy distract us, right? Everybody just died and it's like, oh yeah, he's afraid of me when I'm clowning anyway. Like I'm totally gonna die here, but we should just get something done whenever you get a multi-kill situation, which is either you should now I should have almost gotten him there, but in fact I think I did get him. Yeah, see, that was at least worth it. And it started the impetus of the team fight that they didn't actually do anything. I took out a tower there at least. Like, that I can't really feel too bad about that moment. 4 and 8. You know, at least if you're getting a kill for every death is fine. But 1-to-1 KD ratio. But there's too many times where you just get caught out. Like, you're too far out and you can't get back to a tower early on that you shouldn't play like that, I guess. Doran's ring at this point is shit. I don't know why I keep it around that long. But no, it seemed like too squishy, but then it seems also kind of redundant and dumb to even try to deal with that. But no, I love this chick here with the heals and everything. That's very handy. They're even tankier than me, even without the heals, like just somehow. So we could take out Baron here. I feel like now would be a good... Well, not really, but... I just want to stay with this chick all the time, though. As if at this point in the game, you should just sort of stay together anyway, because... Right, you don't want to get team killed or fucked over. Gotta try to sneak up on them a bit. That guy's up top. We were losing sort of positionally, but not overall. Right, like score-wise, we've caught up. No thanks to me, I guess, but sort of, because at least I haven't been feeding as hard as what we were doing in the beginning. Or they're getting the hint of like trying to heal me because they know I'm an easy target. I didn't even get an assist for that. See, now because we did that, we should either take out Baron or we should try to go for a tower or something. So I saw somebody flash up there. 3 minutes until sudden death. I mean, I'm still the same level as everybody and everything's fine, but... Oh, shit. Damn, Seth's gonna solo, especially when he What the hell even happened? Okay, I'm just not even paying attention. Like, I don't even care, man. So... You're in the sudden death situation. Headshots 28,000. Long arm of the Law, I guess. Just all the abilities. That's actually who I was playing as just before Caitlyn by just chance. I don't know if I'm going in alphabetical order or what, but I'm sort of going in order. And then, though it'd be pretty shameful to lose this one, but I probably will. And again, we sort of are guilty of feeding early in the last 2 games, which you just kind of have the wrong perception, right? Like, don't treat the game like it's fun or you're trying to do something interesting. You should treat it like very stale, very stale and repetitive. But I've died a couple times, like, where I'm not even looking, I'm not even paying attention to what's happening. So now they might overexert themselves and get themselves in trouble. I'm trying to do my ult, but he's not even letting me, dude. I don't even know what happened. I just step out for a second. I don't know. I have the wrong mentality with this type of character, or you have to start off a little better. You're just too squishy and too stupid. Now this is meant to turn into something. So we have a chance now. In fact, since it's ace, you should almost just go for it, but a lot of their towers maybe start to self-destruct or not. I don't know exactly how the sudden death mode works, to be honest, but yeah, we always get a good game and then we do so badly here because I play it the wrong way, like just overconfident or something. Gotta act like you're very squishy and just not try to do too much. And I gotta stay with somebody too. Like we gotta just stay with someone. Right, babysit this chick or let her babysit me. I'm almost hiding behind the healer in that sense because you have set R, okay. Or I'm just sort of scared of everybody though for now. Like I'm really not going to be much help trying to protect you because I'm just a clown, like. Their own Yi is doing good, and we got our towers back. But there's like the sudden death aspect. Jesus Christ, man. Just do my ult and just get out of there. And I just can't do anything. Sometimes it gets dumb too when you fill up your inventory all the way. And this might be called swift play, but it seems to last almost as long as you would expect a normal game to. Like 31 minutes isn't exactly all that swift. But because there's such a comeback element to these, like you start off badly, then you start to come back.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Turret self-destructed. I still like the perspective of games like Smite a lot better than this, but you know, you could potentially zoom in here, but it's a little stupid. That would be an interesting hard mode challenge, like what I tried to do with the Path of Exile 2. Oh shit. Well, that was a good. Just deleted the guy out of there, like how I keep getting deleted. Is it really just a symptom of like, oh, I started off badly and that's really why? Because it felt like from the beginning of the game you just get killed so easily, and you can talk about flash all you want, but like if it's not for flash, which is like a 5-minute cooldown, what do you really get to do in terms of the thing, you know? What do you really get to do? Because I assume that doesn't matter as much now. Like something else should be giving me probably movement speed, but so I don't mind being together in the middle with them. I just kind of want to test after we win this, clearly, which we are winning on the score now. Oh shit. Damn. And yeah, that's solely solely my fault too for feeding that set so much, I guess. I can't even believe it. But let me try to test with the man. All these characters. Okay, I can't even fucking use the program. All these characters that like I like and I have a good first game, and then I just don't. That concept is just not something I like. Of, you know, I don't mind playing defensively and playing off, but this notion that you step out 1 inch from the turret and you get destroyed like that, I don't really like that aspect. So level 10, we did our exhausting night. I mean, I'll take full blame for that one. 18,000 is the low, I guess, of probably everybody. And again, he was good. 15, 10, 6, 11, 1, 6. He was good. 6, 5. I was probably perceptibly the worst. Even 2, 6, and 20 is pretty good because you didn't die as much. So what I want to do is I want to test a game against the bots or something, just so that I can see. Just so that I can see if I can actually window capture this again, because I don't know why that changed. If we have I guess maybe Diana could be next. I'm not really sure, because I was sort of going in alphabetical order, but I don't know how we got. I guess we unlocked Brand after. That's why I played Caitlyn and then Brand. But no, I'll still do Exhausting Night. I'll still do it. It's just my classic combo. But again, I'm not going to blame Flash for that entirely. But it's not so much the dying part that I even have issue with, right? Or is it something with the settings maybe? You got to have like windowed full borderless, which I do. All right, so let me test it because I'm not too happy about this. But yeah, I have some bad mentality that I go into it. Oh, you got to do like the Windows 10 and up. But then again, I had that already on, so I don't know why it reset. Okay, I fixed it at least. Or my chat is always in such a bad spot that I feel like when I do get a message, then I don't know when it was sent. It doesn't give me the timestamp, so I don't know if I missed it originally. Or it's usually just these people advertising for bots anyway. Yeah, which is exactly what that was. We could do another one, but I don't really want to even. That's fine. 1 game a day. That'll be like my whole thing because, you know, that's all that constitutes a session, basically, with that long intro ripping into Botez and stuff. So we end where we began with this, which isn't even showing up properly on my thing, but the only thing I'll say is, who would be next to play if I wanted to play somebody? And the answer is, instead of Brand, we got Brand, Caitlyn, and Diana. So it's going to be Diana next. That is uncanny, though. It's almost like when you do well one game, right? They put you like a placement type of game. When you do well, then they make you face tougher competition. And the reason why is to sort of punish you or reward you for your performance in the last game.